Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our walk through the Word. We are still in Jeremiah, and we are currently in chapter 23. This is a good one, because I think they still walk the earth today. Woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Yea, they have scattered my flock and driven them away, and they have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries whither thou hast driven them, and I will bring them again into their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord. I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And in his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord of our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. Mine heart within me is broken because of the prophets, and all my bones shake. I am like a drunken man. I am like a man whom wine hath overcome, because the Lord, and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adulterers, for because of swearing the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, and in my house I found their wickedness, saith the Lord. Wherefore, their way shall be unto them as a slippery way in darkness, and they shall be driven on, and they shall fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even in the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal, and caused my people to err. I have seen also the prophets of Jerusalem, an horror thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also hands of evildoers, that none doth return from his wickedness, and none doth return from his wickedness. They are all of them as unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. Therefore saith the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink water and gall. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is the profaneness gone forth into all the land. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the word of the Lord. Hearken not unto the word of the prophets that prophesy unto you, and they make you vain. They speak a vision in their own heart, and they say not out of the mouth of the Lord. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace, and they shall walk, every one that walketh after the imagination of his own heart. No evil shall come upon you. For who hath stood in the counsel of the Lord, and who hath perceived his word? Who hath marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind, and it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken unto them, yet they prophesied. But if they had stood in my counsel, and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned from their evil ways and from their evil doings. Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith the Lord. Do not I fill the heaven and the earth, saith the Lord? I have heard what prophets say, that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit and of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. The prophet that hath a dream, let him tell the dream, and he that hath my word, let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, saith the Lord? Is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? Therefore, behold, I am against the prophets that saith the Lord, that steal my words every one from his neighbor. Behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that use their tongues, and say, he saith. Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies and by their lightness. Yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith the Lord. And when this people, or the prophet, or a priest shall ask thee, saying, What is the burden of the Lord? Thou shalt say unto them, What burden? I will even forsake you, saith the Lord. As for the prophet and the priest and the people, they that shall say the burden of the Lord, I will even punish the man and his house. Thus shall ye say every one to his neighbor and every one to his brother, What hath the Lord answered, and what hath the Lord spoken? And the burden of the Lord shall ye mention no more, for every man's word shall be his burden. For ye have perverted the words of the living God and of the Lord of hosts. Thus shalt thou say unto the prophet, What hath the Lord answered thee? And what hath the Lord spoken? But since ye say the burden of the Lord, therefore thus saith the Lord, because ye say this word, the burden of the Lord, and I have sent unto you, saying, Ye shall not say the burden of the Lord. Therefore, behold, even I will utterly forget you, I will forsake you, and the city that I gave you and your fathers, I will cast you out of my presence, and I will bring an everlasting reproach upon you, and a perpetual shame which shall not be forgotten. So in chapter 23, God says, well, the pastors are messed up, but I'll get rid of them, and then I will get a shepherd for my sheep, who happen to be Jesus Christ. And then he says, and the prophets, they're saying things that I never told them to say. And they just want to prophesy wonderful things and say there will be peace when there's no peace, things like that. But God gets very upset when you abuse his people. So pay close attention to the people you are following. Pay close attention to the things they're saying. When you're sitting in church and your pastor says something amazing, write it down. Go home, research it, read your word. You have to be able to back it up with the word. Because sometimes people just want to make you feel good, so you'll come back. But back it up with the word always, because the word of God is truth. And God will give you revelation if you ask him. Have a blessed and glorious day. Thank you for being here.